The very first time I met Robert in no doubt it was a smoking room at Hartsfield International Airport. We hit it off wonderfully well. One of the most fulfilling parts of my professional life have been, from that moment onwards, the next 10 years.
It is astounding to think it's been a decade.
Robert is one of those people who really inspires the musicians themselves and the audience that's sitting in the seats. You can feel the energy that begins to build in the room, and a lot of that emanates directly from Robert.
He encourages us all to collaborate. He encourages us to play things differently every night, and he welcomes it, and he welcomes that freedom.
We're always exploring new music. We're exploring new ways to present the art form.
Working with Robert Spano is an absolute delight, and it's been so easy and so joyful. And I just love going to a rehearsal and anticipate or try to anticipate what he's going to say.
I always want to deliver my absolute best for him.
I think when we talk about theater of a concert, it can mean a great many different things, because essentially what we're looking at when we engage that idea is what are the theatrical elements of any concert, and how can we enhance them or change them or utilize them to good effect.
Quite often in contemporary society, great music is paired with great visual. It's paired with action. And theater of a concert simply takes that idea and says, we want to present great music that you know and love. It's one of the things for which the Atlanta Symphony is known, and I think justifiably so. It's something that we do incredibly well. I think the Atlanta School of Composers is one of the greatest elements of Robert's legacy.
These composers that we've been developing these relationships with have something in common. They're all tuneful, they're all tonal, and they all are attracted to and influenced by world music or popular music or both. And even though they sound completely different from each other, they do have this thread.
It's not just abstract music, it's something that's I think interesting to an audience member, approachable, and deliberately communicative. And I think that is incredibly important for what we do.
At a time when most American orchestras are moving out of the recording business and saying, well, that's something of a bygone era, we actually launched our own label. We want to make sure that we bring our art and our artistry to as wide an array of audiences as we possibly can.
The great thing for us at this juncture, though, is the team, the production team with whom we have made all these recordings for TELART is still working as a production team. There's something wonderful about being able to continue the tradition we have with them of the sound of our recordings. We'll be able to maintain seamlessly what I think is the tremendous quality of those recordings.
With Robert and with Donald, I think it's sometimes easy for us to forget until we read about them in the New York Times or some other place that these are two international superstars who are completely at home here in Atlanta.
He's a brilliant musician. He's disarmingly modest. I find him, both as a person but as a musician, enormously honest, and in terms of what people perhaps don't see, he's one of the funniest guys I know.
To have been able to have this journey here the whole time with him has been one of the joys of my life. And I learned so much from hearing him perform, from talking with him, because we do have a wonderful professional friendship. I'm very blessed.
Robert, I have a message for you. We love making music with you. We celebrate with you 10 glorious years. We celebrate 10 years of your creative partnership with our dear, dear friend Donald Runnicles. We especially celebrate with you the 10th anniversary of the Atlanta School of Composers. Here's to another 10 years. of wonderful, wonderful music making.
I'm impressed.